This is new. I suppose a dream does change over time. Mags! Why do I say like I'm a fucking kid? Yeah, no wonder she was asking to be a fucking godmother if I'm speaking like that. Fucking hell. Oh. Oh no, I see her in the mirror, but I don't really know how I'm meant to get through it. Unless it's a... Oh, Christ. I don't think the pack will fit through this. I could just put it down. I'm pretty sure Dreamwood will be able to handle 750 pounds of metal dropping like a backpack in your road. There we are. Well, I'm assuming a mirror is just a portal of sorts. I guess you can do that when you're in a dream. Oh, shite. Okay. Alright, I don't think I'm going to get used to that.
Oh, a rabbit has entered my home.
But you're no fox, Maggie. Valley Hill. I think I'll stick to the PDA portals than mirrors, I'm afraid.
Oh no, that's how I found this location. I just did some portal void stuff that my friends taught me, and well,
is it like other buddies
sure
like
enough, I found this location.
Is that other buddies like Whisker and such, or is it your dream buddies?
The dream ones.
Jones knows of them too, mind.
So, what did you want to talk about? Apologies again, I was severely busy.
No, it happens, You're probably taking care of Galaxia or whatever the Ballyhell's happening with Azzy. And also, I hope not getting stabbed by fucking troughs again. Please.
Oh, that's gonna happen either way. We both know. We both know that's gonna happen again. I'm just waiting on the day. You ask me.
What, have you not found a solution with your dream buddies or something? Or I guess...
Yes, the solution is simply dodge.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Like, what else do you want me to do? It avoids natural armor. Guess what my magic is? Natural armor.
You do have a valid...
So I'm getting stabbed either fucking way.
You have a valid argument. I was about to say stop her trying to stab you in the fucking first place. I heard what you were on about.
I've stopped her before. I've literally held her hands and said, don't. And next thing you know...
I know that there's still Kara and such. So, not wise to take the knife away.
Well, that's the situation with that and all. Clara is now Truffles. And Truffles is now Clara.
So they swapped?
Lack of a better terms. Pretty much, because Clara's soul now is more black with grey cracks, showing that she's becoming nicer, and Truffles is grey with black cracks.
Yeah, no, I remember her tale. She's becoming vindictive to a lot of shit, isn't it?
And that's the problem with the whole situation, because just the portals do that sometimes. That's the problem with the whole situation, because I know what must be done. It depends on if they want to do it, and I don't know how to do it in the first place. I mean, I might just ask fucking Bruna or something.
Or your dream buddies, I guess. They might know a better solution. I don't
Not
even
dealing with actual souls.
I don't even
Because I
know.
know
There's only
what
so
to
much
do.
I know about magic.
The best way to put it is both of them need to stop being separate. They are both truffles. Truffles was stupid and cut their bad soul out of them.
Oh,
so that way they can never be
shite.
like that again. And thus Clara was born.
That explains a bunch.
Clara, I'm sorry, but should have never existed. It is still truffles.
Right. That makes more sense.
So, like I
Two
said,
halves of the
both of
same
their
coin
souls
type
need to
thing,
eventually become together again.
So a yin
Yeah.
and yang scenario, but I forget, is yin the white side?
Yes.
So is it the fact that the yin and yang are slowly swapping positions over time and it's not good to do that?
Yes. Mainly because, best way to put it, Truffles, the one we all know and love, is slowly becoming Clara, and Clara, the one who is murderous intent and stuff, is slowly becoming Truffles. They're like here at this point. Going here means both of them have swapped completely. This is now Clara, this is now Truffles.
Which is
What
less
I'm
than
trying to
ideal.
do is I'm trying to stop them both right here and getting the souls back
Smush.
together.
Belly ill.
That's what I want to do because it's the best option. Plus, with the whole fucking Cynthia thing going on and them hunting Cookie, I don't know how much I could do with Truffles. That's a lot.
Odd. I'm afraid the only thing I can do is wish you luck on it. Christ.
But, either way, you had a reason to be here. What was thy reason?
Well, two things. One, well, there's a reason I came here physically, mind. Hence why there's kind of £750 of metal outside the mirror. Well, parked away there, you're not going to bash into it when you go through, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I hope. Well,
Yeah, no,
I
I'm not
won't
that.
anyways,
I'm not.
Ghost.
I'm not that unruly as a guest. Come on now. But take a butcher's at this. Pulls out a black box, rounded. I talked with Jones, and well, we also talked about you, mind, and nature and magic and stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. Jones has the book now. Both of us are not Demon Flower reasonably able to accept that book currently. She's got void corruption in her, and well, she tried to strangle me at one point. Not even by her own
And she
intention.
is at the book.
That wasn't even her intention, that was the void corruption. Hell, a bit of that void corruption passed on to me through freak accidents happening with whatever, trying to help Jones out with his shite.
Oh, is that why you
claims that.
yelled at me, stab your throat out or something?
Excuse
Yeah, I
me?
remember that. You visited the library and yelled at me on accident?
When the fuck?
Don't worry about it.
Was that
Anyways,
before I went to
what's
work
the box?
afterwards? Aye, he opens it and there's 4 rings. 2 roughly his ring size, and the other slightly bigger. I'm looking to get engaged with me lass.
Aww.
And well, Jones also, it's a double factor. But the more I think, the more I'm holding the box, the more it drifts on mostly one reason, to mostly the other reason. The first reason was Jones telling me me realising, I need a divine focus to channel me magic through. So I'm not losing half of me blood supply if I cast Righteous Mind. And Jones suggested something sentimental. So I went about forging these me sin. The second and much more prominent reason now is, it's only right I become engaged with her. After all, she's pregnant.
You've told me.
Aye. It's only right I do that.
I'm sure you'll make an amazing husband. But I have one rule. Don't let her keep you in the house. Gosh.
Half the reason I got into all this mess is because I didn't want to be in the first place.
Good.
Plus, she already assured me that there's 8 people in the bunker, not even counting you, or Priest, that could look after the kid. Should I have to vanish for a while. Even if it ain't me fault. Jones also did say that Flower is obviously very, very fucking close to Happy. So to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Happy took a fucking Sharpie to the damn book when Flower weren't looking anyway. In fairness, regarding you and Happy, I'm going to take shite you two say on each other with a grain of salt.
Understood.
And plus, with the way her corruption is right now, something still void related from the shot I was still dealing with at the time. It's a holdover perhaps from Necros.
Still, either way.
Probably not wise for her to come visit you anyway. She'd probably the void side might take over and try and attack you. Thinking it would be fun.
All I will say is one thing, it's just the fact of I know Flower, and knowing her,
she knows you.
I will say one thing. When she is fixed, or when you guys get an opportunity to talk to her, just her, make sure she reads the book. Make sure nobody is there to intervene. Make sure there is nothing edited on the pages. That book shows the truth.
Me and Jones will make sure of that. And also, he said that if your little dream buddy wanted to bring you along for his little nurse fix-upper, that he can go himself for parallel self version
obvious reasons.
Parallel self reasons. Don't want to suck him back into himself involuntarily.
Very understandable.
He would probably bar Happy from coming in. She has a habit of showing up most often when it comes to Jones's shite. He would actively have to ban her and likely Flower in the process. And it's likely I can't go anyway. It's not like I'm great at dealing with voids. After all, you already know damn well.
I've already seen. Yeah,
I do want to get over that fear, mind, but there's already so much on my list, such as these. I was looking to see about trying to get these enchanted.
You focus on this box. Oh?
I'm not sure what.
So you want me to enchant them?
Either that or, my other protocol was Priest. I wanted to see it enchanted with maybe some holy protection or something along that line. Protect from I mean, you know exactly why. Regarding protecting against demonic influence or void-based influence. But, you know, so it's not a dig at Azzy, alright?
No, it's more of a dig at me because I don't know if you've seen him as of late, but he's got more divine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a devil angel at this point. I don't even know what the fuck he is anymore. He's
I know.
both.
I mean, I know a lass who has changed from an imp into a succubus, and apparently, according to her, for her kind, that's ne'er happened before. There's a lot of unheard of changes
Cookie was an
happening.
imp that became
a devil.
Well,
proper.
Cookie was an imp that became
devil,
a god.
lesser
That then
god,
became an angel.
Then became more divine as a result. I do still follow his teachings, mind. Try and keep me deals as fair as I can. I always weigh the effort I put into something, as well as the price of a material used for it.
Mm-hmm.
To that end, the rings are made out of
Which one do you want enchanted?
Well, I mean, it's 2 rings for each of us.
So you want holy
to
on
ensure
one,
that we have one for each hand, and 2 so I could engrave a longer message.
Okay. So you would need a holy
I guess it protects me against
enchantment on it.
Time. I mean, to be fair, with the amount of devils and demons I seem to have a habit of going up against, hells, pretty sure the only holy thing I know I've gone up against is the Archangel Gabriel. And it was surprisingly, it gave me heart a hell of a jump for Jones to tell me that was the actual one that I had faced way back then.
Oh shit.
Apparently sought employment under Jones after his own universe. Presumably not my Gabriel that I know of. Kind of went bleh or something. I don't know. Probably something to do with the fact that the only times I remember spotting him were places of either demonic influence, such as the first 2 times, which was, according to Jones, literally in hell. Much more machinery based though. Well, it definitely was Warzone-y, for lack of a better term. And the second was a tower of mirrors that threatened to, you know, longer we stay, the more it takes, type thing. Probably until a duplication occurs. You know,
Interesting.
I know he was likely trying to get our adrenaline going so we'd fight better, but it was still disconcerting feeling the barrels of his fucking shotgun on the back of me head halfway through my team's escape. But enough on that. Enough out of the past. I'm a clerical sort, you told me, right? Or clerically inclined. Well, with a stabilised and righteous mind, mainly borrowed from Azzy, more or less. So I guess this would befit that, with the amount of demons I face, and with the fact that I know I want to help people, but I don't exactly have medical knowledge. But she does. Me lass, she used to be a nurse. I'm not sure if it should be. I doubt it should be something major. After all, I'm barely even thinking about the magic half the time when I'm holding this. I'm just imagining the look on her face when I present the rings. The odds are good. I wouldn't be surprised if she simply picks me up and twirls. as a result on it.
All I will say is one other thing, though. Make sure the pack's off, so that way she can actually lift you.
I mean, she'll damn well try, even if it's on. I'm gonna predict that now.
Well, don't hurt the pregnant one.
Well, no, of course I'm not. Well,
I'm saying,
in
lifting her
fairness, when I
right.
did end up fighting her in the Sky Stadium's ring, it was mainly A, her request, and B, before that fateful day. Or rather, that fateful night.
Before you two had some fun.
For lack of a better term, aye. All I can say on that, and all I've been wanting to say on that, is Happy Valentine's Day. Well, I imagine there's a better spot for the sake of enchanting than here. Out on more or less your lawn, technically.
If I could.
Yeah.
I'll get these to you as soon as I can. I have to...
Oh.
See if I can let somebody know really quick.
Alright. Well, I suppose the second thing...
Well, never mind, I guess, because it looks like they're home. No, another person.
Oh, fair enough. Well, there was another thing. Again, technically related, very related to that soul corruption factor I was talking about, actually. When I went on a job with Flower and Happy, alongside a mate of mine named Penguin, mercenary time. Chill fellow, actually. We were dealing with a shadow corp of sorts. Not like shadow government, literally shadow people, more or less. You know, high commander types literally have Mr. Heads. One of them swapped our souls around. So, to an extent, I became Flower. Flower became me. Same with Penguin and Happy. So, I suppose one thing you can be a little happy of about that. Happy got to die a bunch. Because that Merc also
makes me happy.
The Merc also has a habit that he can't really stay dead. But he also, dead man switch explodes, so, reconstitutes after a time. I will admit, as annoying as it was to see her do it in the middle of the mission, there was a certain subconscious catharsis to see her pull the trigger on her own chin. But... sorry, I didn't mean to... you're getting a smile on your face. Hopefully not sadistic, mind? But... regardless. In Flower's body, I got to learn the know-how of how to do a bit of magics. It's a matter of learning it properly in this body, I suppose. Learned to shoot fire, ice, able to slam it. I was even able to project a shield and, mage armour. And I feel...
well, the thing I can do.
I feel mage armour would be good for me. Stops me from having to worry about, having to put more actual armour on my torso and becoming a 1-ton lackey. And also, at least when I actually see me actual arms while I'm punching, keeps me aware that I can still be hurt. Mage armour, I suppose, will be the best of both worlds, making sure I stay protected and keep the mental side in check. That sound like a slice of fried gold to you, Max?
Don't really know, honestly. Just, everybody has their own unique way of doing things. Let's just say, and learning somebody else's kits, especially like.
Well, I mean, she
when
also
it comes
had to learn.
okay, here you go.
It was more the fact there of having to learn how to do shy under pressure. I had to teach her how to guard with my arms and do the thing with the eyes. To be able to see through my
Everybody
own
knows
guard.
how to punch, so.
Apparently, she's used to keeping her arms down. The dafty girl. So, there was a terrifying moment where I saw my own body down in the snow while I was doing Flower's body, and I won't lie to you, my heart rate spiked. Because I thought I got shot up bad. Or she got, you know what I mean. Plus there's the factor of her having a healing aura to her. I know I want to learn to heal people as well. Maybe, what was a spell that I remember glimpsing? Healing hands?
Almost what I can do. Well, mine's different. You know.
I mean, you say everyone's got their own unique way of doing spell stuff. That means that, in theory, I could end up refining it to be my own variant of healing hands, or my own way of doing mage armor and shite.
Do you mind really quick if I set the rings down?
You could just give them back if you want.
Okay.
I mean, hard to flip a page when you've got a nice, well, car foam cushioned box in your hand. Whoa.
You would just see a healing zone appear around us. Any wounds that Armsy might have had just starts to heal naturally. But very slowly.
He didn't have any. Actually, no, he probably had like a paper cut he didn't notice.
That slowly starts to heal.
Aye, this was the same shite I was able to do in Flower's body. But it was more me clasping my hands together than doing that. Again, that was probably my own way of doing it.
Exactly.
After all, I at least learned how to, while neither of us could conjure her sword, because apparently that's bound to her soul and the crown she's got, and body has it and the soul doesn't. The soul in a different body doesn't have the crown, so neither of us could summon it either way. I learned how to at least have the shield and shoot fire from behind it, which was nice. You know, light works pretty fucking well on a shadow. Who would have thought it? And I won't lie, the shadows had learned to copy Flower. I saw duplicates of her that were casting flames same as her and trying to summon night shadows. Like shadows of medieval night types. Also, with that in mind, I did notice that they didn't exactly react. They didn't exactly expect me to sideswipe their downswings and punch them in the face with a bunch of fire in my fist, eh? Which I will admit was slightly cathartic.
Well, you are a brawler.
True. And she's not, which is probably why she had a worse time than me on it. You know, she were picking up boulders badly as well. I guess that shows me adaptability. You grow up in a wasteland, you learn to adapt, especially when you start venturing into a city and, you know, your first big job after going in is a gauntlet for you at the time. Some rich bloke with flames for a head and nice rectangular glasses that has more money than sense sending you into actual fucking hell to fight robots with miniguns.
Don't like.
Called them guttermen, apparently. Yeah, miniguns with shields, by the fucking way. Yeah, that's a first out. That's a rigorous fucking test of the Mark 1 armature, wasn't it? Oh, Christ. I won't lie, thinking about it,
it
it
sounds
was...
like it sucked.
Looking back, I look upon that fondly. In a way.
Well,
Because I definitely... Because, well, miniguns use lower calibers. Because, you know, can't fit many 50 cal in a box, you know? As opposed to 9. Well, rigorous test to see how many 9mm an arm could take at the same time. Or at least in very, very quick That's a nice aurora, actually. Sorry. I just...
Yeah, fine.
It just clicked with me.
I mean, if you look up in my new room, mine and Azzy's.
Constellations. Can you call that a dipper, or can you just call that a rain catcher? The one in center.
Both, I guess. Oh.
The one slightly sip. I mean, you got a slingshot over there. Oh. Oh, did you go back through? You did. Okay.
He wants us.
Oh, hang on.
No, never mind.
If you
followed
told us
us.
that we've been hijacking random dreams,
Oh,
hi.
okay. I'm not gonna get used to the mirror thing. Oh, she did tell me you became more divine. Huh.
That is why I am having him do the fucking enchantment, so I don't fucking burn myself.
Oh, that's a
Because I
valid
have so many
argument.
deals with demons right now. And
Oh,
devils.
shit.
And he owns my soul.
I mean, that'd be less.
There's more shit.
You know, you very vocally advertise that, unlike other people.
Which I suppose is fair. I mean, some people,
What?
they tend to keep that secret because... I imagine some people keep that a bit more of a secret because some people are like, oh, wait, you're weak to holy magic? Hang on, let me test a minute. Because some people are really fan of practical.
For the longest time, I kept it a secret that I'm a fucking devil, but that's long since gone out the window.
I mean, to be fair, you did tell me before I became a
Wasn't the one that
follower of
ruined
you.
that.
Yeah, so that's because I trusted you.
And also because I brought you back after you told me to fucking kill you, but that's beside the point.
Well,
The only
that's
reason
a lot
I'm
of
going to be
trust.
the only reason I'm going to be jokingly miffed at you right now is because you're fucking taller than me, Ronnie. How dare you?
Well, for now, I chose a form that was slimmer than my last one, because I realized I was kind of a big target. Also, I'm not more divine, I just used the spell Angelic Aspect, which gave me some angelic aspects.
As it says on the tin.
Still, Holy does less to you now. Helps.
Yeah,
I mean-
actually, I now have more holy resistance than I do unholy resistance.
Exactly, that's why Umzi here has, well,
You can call me Jack.
2 rings. I know I can, but still.
It's whichever word comes to
Negative
you.
is if they do
Yes.
overcome my holy resistance, I can't heal. I still can't circumvent that.
Which is less than ideal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for lack of a better term, since I haven't seen you lately, sorry about not prying. But I have
It's
at least
alright,
been
I've
following.
literally been in hiding, man. I'm
I've
not
at least
gonna
been trying
lie,
to follow
I
your
have
teachings.
I've been on
That
a bit of a
being
vacation,
do fair-
call it.
Do fair deals, you know? I mean, what, have your dream buddies and priest been helping with that? I know I sent you to priest for asylum, because, I don't want whatever the fuck is trying to hunt you down to come after me fucking family. You know, makes sense.
Well, I'm now moving around rather than staying in one spot because it's hard for me to completely hide where I am. The safest thing me and her have decided to do is we don't sit still. Every
Keep
month
shifting
or
about.
so, we will move our hideout, which means it'll be much harder for us to be found, even if they get peeks
I
at where
mean-
we are.
Technically, I do know a location where we can just stop that entirely. Because
No, I told you,
they don't have the
adventurers
key.
are crazy. It doesn't matter if they don't have a key, they make a key. Our biggest safety is not staying somewhere forever.
Cookie.
I mean,
The
Ag has a
sanctuary.
point. I mean, Mags,
The
as he has a
thing,
point.
only 2 people have a key.
You know the adventure I fucking went through to get him back?
It doesn't
I
matter
was
if
on
you
it.
don't have.
Yeah, you were on.
What I'm
You
trying
were
to
on it.
say
You nearly
is-
killed me
is
while I was on
If you
it.
give people enough time, it doesn't matter if they don't have a key. They will figure something out. That's the problem.
Yeah, no, they'll
Mhm.
find their way into a locked dream if they have enough gumption to it. I mean, for fuck's sake, my first big job before I met either of you two was going into actual.
And you know what?
well,
And the worst part is, I am being a
a
little
version of
metaphorical
hell.
because it doesn't even have to necessarily be a break-in. They will find a way to get to me somehow.
well, you've
Eventually.
got. Well, Azzy, you've got her,
That's why we're
and you've
moving
got your dream
24/7
buddies, and you've got
before-
whatever the hell the other hunters are. All I remember is Wake, I'm afraid. Was
I
Dawn,
will
that
say-
was it.
Watching Truffles right now, so
And
she's
the
pretty safe.
and the
because
blue
Winter's
hair
pretty
blindfold
strong.
lad.
Wow, I
Is
can't
that
believe
Dawn?
you're friends with another hunter and you're not even gonna say their names.
I forgot his fucking name.
They mean
No,
dominance.
I'm saying. No, I'm talking about another one that frequents Fight Finder, or used to, anyways.
Oh, Reese.
You would always see over there. Yeah.
I forgot you were part of the hunters, to be honest. I assumed she wasn't, just because she still kind of hates you. But, you know,
actually, unfortunately,
now I know.
her and Magius,
me, doesn't.
I mean, understandably,
her and Magius are connected. If you don't remember, now
you know, sister type thing, innit?
used to hate her. Used to try to kill her for a while. Used to try to kill.
And now, technically working for them. Is that right? Is that?
We're acquaintances.
More like a deal.
business acquaintances.
No.
Teeth. Right. Yeah, teeth clench teamwork type.
Show. She would show her mark from Master Lulu.
Oh,
Let's just
They made
say
some
this is the
agreements.
only way that I'm allowed to stay there and Reese won't get furious and rip my head off.
mark attraction. Gotcha.
It's more like a promise. I won't fuck around, and so no one will fuck with me.
Good. The wood ain't
Yes.
creaking. The wood ain't creaking. That's good.
Yeah. Again, magical plays. I doubt your
Okay.
pack's gonna do that.
Well, fair.
Okay,
it's just
first
I
of all,
do
I don't
recall
even know
fighting a lot
who
of
we
mages.
hijacked this place from. It's in the dream realm.
I don't know,
It's
is
a
it-
random
somewhere.
dream.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Luckily, we haven't run into the owner.
To be honest, you could have told me it was from one of your dream buddies, and I'd have believed you.
No, I have access to the realm of dreams, and so does she. We might as well be random about it. It makes
And you've apparently
because if
got
no one
buddies
knows
that
where
come
we
from-
are, the less people who could spill where we are.
That's fair. And you've got buddies that seem to walk and you told me you've got buddies that walk and talk and came from the dream realm. So, well, aside from the
Sort of.
factor of Shade and Cosmo and Scarlet and Shade, you know.
Yeah, well, Cosmo and Scarlet are dream beasts. She is part night, Marion, just because of being in here too long.
I'm literally 50-50 at this point. Like, me and Whisker
Again, that explains the look
both
of the soul.
meeting it, like, in the in-between, let's just say. I've done
And that-
some research on it, and me and Whisker can, sadly to say, die here and die in reality. Which is not really fun.
Which is less than ideal, and technically what nearly happened to me when I was getting you back. But again, so that's the point.
Her switch is a bit weird because she's a spirit, meaning if she dies, her spirit doesn't. You can't destroy a spirit not unless
Yeah,
you
what
use
was-
very specific forces.
Actually, what was the term? I
So-
nearly
Well-
fell into the
But when
fell
I
into the
die, my
void or
soul
something.
just goes back to you, and then just There you go.
Which is a weird concept of you dying, given you're an undead, but you get the point.
I mean, what was the term for, like, discussing what could have happened if I fell asleep after relinquishing me shite to you? Was it sleeping into the void?
You kind of
That is dropping.
not zero chance of falling into the darkness realm. Remember, because at the bottom of the dream realm is the land of darkness.
Right, and I'm not exactly a dim torch, am I?
It's a fear. It's a
your yellow eyes would attract them.
The name of the realm of light is everything that exists in reality, for a blanket term. Realm of darkness is like an unreality, or things that aren't are, and it's horrible.
I realize we're off track. We're off track. As I realize, is there a reasonable place we should do this?
So what do you need my help with exactly?
I wanted you to enchant
something
for the sake of holy-based magics.
I haven't been asked.
Or at least I wanted her, and then she went to you instead, because more reasonable.
You want me to enchant something with radiant damage?
Considering the amount of devils and demonic energy I seem to fight with Jones's nonsense, and you saw firsthand and died firsthand.
Enchantment from my world is very. Weapons have to be of a certain quality to even accept enchantments.
It's not exactly a weapon. It's a. He opens a box. It's 2 pairs of engagement rings.
Rings are interesting because rings you can put spells in, or you can craft magical items into rings. Or holy damage. You are looking for holy. You're looking for the spell Align Weapon.
I was just looking on seeing it getting enchanted with holy energies for helping dealing with demonic influence, no effect.
Magic from my world's a bit unique. It'd be a bit expensive, but I can put Align Weapon into your rings. What that does is any weapon you wield, that includes natural weapons, so your big old arms, will be aligned with good, meaning it overcomes resistance who are weak to good, like myself. It would overcome it then. To do so, though, I will need some materials and some time.
Fine.
And really, what I would do is I would make a second set of ring, and they would just need to be fused with those ones.
I suppose. I could at least tell you what mats the rings are made of. Gold is the outer layer, titanium is the middle layer, and steel is the inner. You can see that here. Gold on the outside, steel on the inside. Made of me free. Ultimately, rings are put together of me free favourite materials to work with.
What I can
alloy,
do... Combining magic rings, is it super bad? Admittedly, I'm not a jeweler.
Plus, there's also the factor of engravings and whatnot on the polish that were put on. Well, the engravings I put on me saying. You could probably tell just how shite the handwriting probably looks
or
on
just
it.
the outer part. Because what I can do is, if I can get your ring sizes, I could probably make. Well, no, magic items resized.
I mean, it's based on the It's written on the inside, mind.
The ring size is written in there as well. Everything's all set. He just needs to propose.
Well, properly get engaged. I'm not planning to. I'm not fixing to marry her yet. I don't think I'm mentally fortituded for that. I've got mental fortitude for violence and pain, not so for love.
Trust me, it's a fucking roller coaster.
I suppose it's an emotional fight in that case. The other thing I were coming here for is that I wanted to learn a bit more magics. Like mage armour, for example.
Well, it's a good thing you chose me, because that I can help with. I literally have my own. bigger question is, what element do you think you would do the best with? Because here's the thing, mage armor has an element. It's not just, oh, I have armor, here you go. No, it has an element that it works with that is a part of you. For flowers, I'm guessing it's light, considering
the armor was
the amount of
white.
stuff that's on her, that's that. Yes, that's definitely light then. Or ice or whatever. So it would be a mix of that. Since you're going holy for that, you can't do anything darkness related, that's for damn sure.
True.
But that still leaves a lot of options.
Fire, electricity.
I mean, you are yes, you have your fire, you have your electricity.
I do still have that book, mind, of fire manips. It's... Actually, I think it's still in the pack, actually. Give me a moment.
Actually.
Aye, here it is. Well, the amount of shite
I will say, though,
I often have a habit of forgetting about it.
I will say, though, with one thing, for the mage armor,
It's the nature of concentration and releasing the energy to form around you. That's how I did it as flower.
You are correct with that. But you also have to take in the account for rage. I mean, heck, I wasn't accounting for that. Next thing you know, I'm able to do a giant lightning strike and have my eyes glow black and red whenever I get pissed.
Wasn't aware on that. I guess during that mesh, I think it was...
That's why you don't see me when I'm pissed.
I think during that mesh, I took good my... I think any amount of anger or rage I probably built in that case from the mage armor was probably immediately overshadowed by confusion, oh god, oh fuck, and we need to keep moving.
Fire might be good, but especially since you have the fire manipulation.
I'm also looking to help with the fire manipulation get slightly magitechnical, considering I was looking to try and create a sort of super heat sink for the armature. Basically allow me to blast flames out of me palms. Flame manipulation will help with that.
That will work, yes, but remember, it takes time to actually build it.
Yeah. It's a factor of getting all the heat in the arms in one place.
And that is why it makes flame bear. It takes time.
Takes time to learn.
Conjuring it is different. Taking it is easy.
Fair on. At the very least, this is something I could learn over time. And with repeat visits. After all, I'd wager already.
Stuff that you can learn.
I'd wager already at this stage. I probably don't even need these enchanted to be able to cast magic through them. With how much of a smile I get just looking at these fucking things. Tell you what. You want to read the engraving?
It'd be an honor.
Aye. When my notepad will load. Through heart and hail both, we'll be right as rain. We'll live through it all, despite the pain. And on the second ring of the set, as long as I have you, the light in my night sky, I'll always follow your smile and love you all the same. I wrote that.
It's very lovely.
It's probably the first time I ever actually try and sound fancy.
You did good.
True. I mean, by extent, I forged these myself. Same way I created the armature. By at least making sure someone was helping me. So I didn't, accidentally dip me hands into a fucking molten metal forge. Trying to get trays out. I work at a garage. It also accidentally doubles as a smith.
Mm-hmm.
Black armor, gun, what have you. I imagine
Very
the original
interesting.
purpose. I imagine the original purpose was the sake of forging, custom parts and shit, or like extra equipment, like new pistons and shit or something. Because it does a bunch of extra machinery in there. But, when it comes to melting metals, it is kind of funny on the fact that the trays used for it practically make it look like we're trying to turn the forge into a deep fryer. Which is fun. If only you could come and visit Theatre sometime. Visit me at work. But you and him already have reasons you can't. At the very least, I could be able to send you some data to look at.
Having to think about it, and with a little bit of help, I think I know what you might like.
Oh? Sorry, I
Since
slightly
you
got
already have.
got lost staring at the box again.
Yeah, fine.
God. Alright, you know what? You say your thing, I'll say mine. Because it's a different topic to what you're about to say.
Well, yeah. Should grab a book and look at your messages, okay, DMs for this. And there you go.
I did the calculations to create 2 rings of continuous blessed weapon.
Oh my
Cost only about
Christ.
80,000 gold.
Tesla armor.
Golly hell.
It's
Sorry.
blessed weapons a little different. It's a bit better. It doesn't just align your weapon. It also allows you to not overly overcome evil creatures, but it also lets you strike the ethereal. At any evil creature you strike true, this is a little meta, but if you crit, it auto-confirms. That's a big deal in D&D.
What's critical hit?
Is it a game? I'm assuming a game term, probably just for the sake of understanding.
I don't fucking know video games, people. What do you mean?
You have to understand, it's weird knowing I'm a
least-
game character. You know that, right? Like, having to come to terms with the fact that I'm a fucking game character.
Excuse me?
I know, and so am I.
Well, I mean, so
You're not
are the
from a game
various hedgehogs around the stadium as
Pokemon.
well.
What do you mean?
Apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You're
Listen.
a mega beast.
You know what,
Look,
you
the
know what,
little
no,
Pokemon
no,
game
no,
goes
no.
turn-based combat.
The fuck are you... What? Oh, so
Pulls
they're
out
from a
Nintendo
game?
DS shows you Pokemon.
Yeah, I know,
Wait,
but you're
what?
not like that. You're humanoid and have other shit
I
going on.
used to be like this though, and you be like your old self. But
Wait.
What do you mean?
You're telling me those things apparently are usually part of a game? Because I've been seeing them around.
Shows you the DS. You just see Pokemon.
Huh. That explains all the
Yeah, it's
various
hard.
different
It's hard to
things
come to
that they
terms with
refer
the
to as
fact.
the same. Do you know a couple
I've
of
had
my
to come to terms
workmates
with
over in
that.
Zafira actually have Pokemon of their own?
Would be interesting to talk to them.
But last but a
Very
Nimeraid.
true.
Nice last but a Nimeraid. Different from the one that you died with.
Honestly, it's a little confusing to explain. But
I had already had this kind of discussion when I was at the Sky Stadium and people were saying the hedgehogs were from games and shite. It's a factor of, from your universe,
no,
you're
I'm not
real.
from a
From
game
my
like
universe,
that.
it's likely made as a game.
I'm apparently a character from a story of dice and imagination. Much more low tech.
Well, sounds like you accidentally came from somewhat of Bally 20th century. And here you are, at least in my eyes, in the 25th.
Yeah. Downside is,
Ain't you a fucking survivor of centuries?
I do have other issues, Armsy. Simple fact that, imagine, just for a second, you find out you're a character from a game. And you have to conceive of the fact that the person who made your game isn't happy that you've left your game behind.
Right,
No, there's nothing that needs
so
to
going
be
off of
talked
escaping a
about
book
in
measure, I
front
guess.
of him.
Just because I talk about it doesn't mean he'll understand. Just like me.
Let's
I still can't perceive it.
let's just say I have a deal. Okay? I have a deal, and I don't know if that's gonna break the deal.
I don't know.
And I don't want to find out.
Listen, there's also the extra. Listen, despite whatever potential, I don't know, offer argument you're going off, let's ignore that idea. Let's ignore that idea and go for a different philosophical quandary. What came first, you or the game? What do you believe came first? There's probably a game. In some different universe, there's probably a game or book based on me.
Yeah, but
I don't know whether it came first. The only way I can do is via carbon dating. Was it created in my time of 24-23? Considering it seems that metaversally all time moves at the same pace, even if calendars are different.
But I don't know. I'm honest. I don't know.
I suppose it depends on your self-esteem.
It's confusing because it basically makes.
I mean, think of it like this.
How much control did I really have?
Think of it like this. There are plenty of people I know from FF and otherwise that are people that are also present in games on me sister's compy. I don't know which came first. For all I know, Mr. 4J is my nickname for him. Little old Jonesy. Could be 4 centuries old for all I fucking know. Or it could be a factor of him escaping his old game universe or whatever the fuck, or it became real. Metaverse is a twat of a business, metaphysically. For all I know, I could be originating from a book or from a different universe entirely and somehow transplanted and my memories got shifted. Who fucking knows? I certainly ain't gonna know, especially if my memories have been shifted. That's the entire point of a memory shift, isn't it?
I want to believe the moment I stepped here that I'm as real as everyone else. But I cannot deny that who I was before I crossed that portal. Was I real? That's what I don't.
Although, I guess there's a different
We both
fact.
know from your past, you chose sympathy. You chose the different path. Look where you are now.
But what happens if I ever go?
I don't know. How close do you think you are
Been
to the
back.
person that you originally left? I mean, look at you. You're an imp, turned devil, turned lesser god, turned dead, turned back to living. Now you're getting more angelic qualities to you. You're practically transitioning from imp to angel. You're going
Somewhere in
across
between.
the spectrum, for fuck's sake. People would kill to write about you. And that's from me, a laggy that's not had any education, that's lived in a wasteland his entire fucking life. And the only reason he's different from all of his brothers and sisters is because a mother can't exactly be picky in a waste. Ilse,
And also,
she goes
we
back
already
to
made
her
this
home place
choice.
where she goes back to her home
I
verse
already
where...
told you what the best option is.
Sorry.
Let's stick into this.
Metaverse, as twat of a place as it is probably better where you came from. I mean, hey, I've been doing alright.
Not really
think
when the
problem
places
is-
that he's from is hunting him.
It's
I mean,
making problems for around me.
aye, that's fair.
I hate that too, but look at the situation I'm in. I can't do shit. Look at Truffles.
Look, as much as I wanted to at least keep you at home, I wanted to protect my family.
That's fair.
As much as I hate to admit it, my family comes above friends. Or, well, although not by much.
What does I miss that?
I mean,
I'm sort of on a break, you could call it. Just
of a
trying
sort.
to.
Although, to
not
be
let
fair, I
things-
haven't exactly asked anything of you. From follower to god, anyway. Like, oh, great Asmodai, bring me a boon. Type shit, you know?
No, the reason
I could probably
why
figure it
he's
out,
on
especially
this
thanks to Flair.
vacation is
I mean,
situations.
eh.
Oh,
How much is 80k in gold again? You said it was like 1 to 10k, was it?
You're a friend, and
1
this
to
is a
100?
wedding. I can figure it out.
I'm not wedding her just yet. I'm becoming
Consider it my
engaged.
gift to you. A good friend.
You're making the wedding rings enhanced, enchanted, eh? Belly hell, man. Belly hell ass. At least let the
By a
engagement
fucking
simmer a
bullshitly good paladin spell that makes it much easier to kill evil creatures. Anyway.
bit. Yeah, wait until the engagement
Don't
can
use it on me,
simmer a bit.
anyways.
Christ.
Hey. Like, fucking 446,000 spells in this head. I'm losing count right now because apparently I've lost a few.
Yeah, isn't that why the public library has so
you
many
still
fucking
need to go
shelves?
to fucking Wicarium. I just remembered.
I know I wanted to go to
There's
Wicarium,
no
but that
guarantee
requires me to go
Wicarium
through
has
Orlando.
the spells I did. I knew obscure spells that you can't find in places easily.
Fine, I'll be looking then.
I know
Actually,
I can
kissed him.
connect to Orlando, Saka, and thus Wicarium for the Tagari Termini station, but, one slight problem. I don't exactly know how to ride a train, considering I've been using this pretty much to travel ever since with FF.
You have
you
your own
can literally
dimensional
just
travel
get on a train. There's not much to it.
I mean, do they have luggage space for that?
Not really, but the cars are wide enough, so it should be fine.
Yeah, no, would I just have to stow away in the storage cabin?
It wasn't the Wicarium. Remember,
Maybe.
your library technically had all my spells loaded into it. So I tried to comb through it
Well,
to see what I was
no.
missing.
Well, no, don't forget, that's after. We weren't dating at that time, remember, Cookie? Oh, no, wait, we were. We just started, though.
Hey.
So your library wasn't there.
So there's always a chance I didn't finish putting them all in before I lost them. That's what you...
No.
I had started recording my library into hers at one point. Funny enough, almost like I saw this coming, because I was scared I would disappear, and all my magic with me. So I thought I should put it down finally.
I mean, I suppose an understandable paranoia. And also, at least that explains
Given it
why
actually happened,
when the
which
library got
admittedly,
renovated,
even
it
I
was so
didn't see
fucking
coming.
big.
Oh no, that whole last section is his and mine, technically. The rest of it, that's all of what's in Runa's head. She gave me everything. Every data log.
Jesus. Oh, right, okay, so data... Right, I was about to say. My minds are still on spells.
Runa used to be a robot, remember?
I imagine you're probably gonna have to... I wouldn't be surprised if you have to open up another fucking wing of the library just for your two dream buddies.
Jack. It was 1,000 years of data and research, and I had to convert it all into fucking books.
I'm amazed your fingers haven't fallen off.
3 months.
I wrote all of my spell books by hand.
I'm amazed your fingers haven't fallen off as well.
Did you do
I use a spell, okay? It's a little cheaty, but I have a thing called scribe spell. It's like it's scribe pages.
I had to write the shit.
Neither of you had a fucking keyboard?
Well, no, because you have to, unfortunately, if you want a spell book to function, you need to use magic ink. So you have to do
Well,
it
I mean, that's fair, but data logs, however.
Yeah, she could have just used a broken printer. I don't know why she didn't.
Yes, let's see if I know how to use technology.
You could have asked me.
You know what? Not with me. I could see about trying to get some compy set up in your library. I could probably see about getting a compy set up in a dream. I mean, that'd probably be a little funny, wouldn't it?
It would never be used by me, I will say that right now. I'll possibly have Alexia on that duty.
I mean, to be honest, I'm
No,
not...
never mind.
Laser
Actually, she was just
are way better.
honest.
Because you don't need ink for that shit.
I mean, you need ink for printing.
No, I feel like if the Megalodon was to
a
see
laser
it and
printer
it was
literally
warm...
will use a laser to directly burn the paper. It's only bad if you need color, but she's just printing pages in a book. She doesn't need color.
I mean, we've accidentally drawn off topic. Accidental point is...
We're very good at that, I'm realizing.
Printers are fucking bastards to come across in either Zephyra or the Wasteland mine, so I don't count on that. And well, I've only seen like 2 photocopiers in my entire life.
Oh, I did eventually find someone to commission that project for me, so... Sorry that I bugged you about it when you were busy.
But book on...
It should be almost
trying
done,
to get
actually.
Armor made of electricity type.
It's been like, what, 3 weeks?
Made of magic, Tesla armor. I could definitely look into it.
I might have to burn a couple of our magic bars to make these rings, but I should be able to afford them.
Mind you.
From Flas?
Oh.
Yeah, because it's the only time I can get that kind of money, unfortunately, is from the tower. But
never thought in me
you
head.
just need to go on a little adventure.
Never thought in me head. Anything about dimensional compression? Because I had realised the thought process related to digitization, like small cubes that can like expand and whatnot, digitize the information into one spot from synths that are more cyberspace than proper space. I had an idea on how to at least be able to easily mount guns onto the armature. Have it into the little as butch as it is. Well, you see the little whites, you see the little yellows on the sides of the arms. That's where I was initially plotting to mount the guns. If I can manage to get a small hollow space in them, I could see about trying to get that going with weaponry. So I don't even need to pull out a gun from the backpack and then mount it manually.
You need essentially a bag of holding for your guns.
Pocket
and bullets.
guns, yes. I mean, to be fair, I also did theorize on the idea of getting a bag of holding into the storage tank, but that's a different matter entirely. We already explained why that wouldn't work.
Weirdly, I have a spell for this. It's not as good as a proper bag of holding, but what it does is it turns an existing pocket into one. It will give it about a cubic foot of space into the pocket. If you design it with that in mind, make several pockets, I can enchant them all to have. Essentially, you can turn a tiny pocket into a full cubic fucking foot of space.
Okay, so that'll be a bit more complicated, considering the weapons of Gadgetron are around me size.
Oh, they're huge.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
they're from Gadgetron Industries, if you heard of them.
At this point, I can literally just direct him to Runa.
That too.
We both know Runa and her industry. I mean, heck, I had...
Alright.
Yeah, she might be a better bet for what we're doing.
Tell you what.
I had her starting the process on building West Dimensional Space, and I'm pretty sure I still have most of it because there's a lot of magic in there. But she made his dimensional space before. I'm pretty sure that she can make one for him and help him with his situation.
Alternatively, I looked at the person that described it. I've forgotten her name. I think it was Mari, I believe. Was it? Or was that someone else I'm thinking on? I'm bad at names, if I don't know a folk too well. Hell, Priest could probably tell me his actual fucking god name and shit, and I'd probably forget it and still call him Priest.
You remember my action? No, you call
Yeah,
me
I remember
awesome.
yours because you
remember my
introduced
name,
it to me, and you know I killed you. So you know, I'm sorry to keep bringing that up, but it is
Stop bringing up the killing.
I'm sorry for bringing it up constantly, but it is still a very fucking vivid memory of you. Sadly.
To be fair, I asked them to murder me so that a fucking horrible eldritch creature,
Yeah, the
virus,
Harrow
whatever the
business.
fuck
I
it
told you
was,
about
symbiote, wouldn't gain godhood and kill us all, or the universe. So it was for a
that.
good
Yeah, no,
reason.
odds are good
but
at the time. Best case scenario, I'm afraid. And
You
to be
told me
fair,
you'd be home.
I had no
and
idea.
in fairness, before you even caught wind of that, I did get about 7 shotgun rounds near point blank because of that. Because you know,
the reason I
someone
went down
turning
is
into
because
a
the
fucking
boss
god,
decided they hated the only healer on the team. What soloed me and just absolutely delivered the worst beating of my existence.
As I had learned, God going into a different person's domain, not great. And a person turning into a god in that same person's domain, I'm not surprised all of his forces fucking turned to me immediately.
You know, it's funny, my title doesn't give you that much power. You just got fucked.
Yeah, no, I'm just stubborn. I'm just fucking stubborn, and he didn't actually hit anything important. Or if he did, I was fucking willing myself to keep breathing. Either that, or my heart properly got fucking shredded, and the anti-grav engine in there did all of the rest of the heavy lifting after that. I mean, technically with the pack on, very technically, I have 2 hearts. Very technically.
I also technically can bless you with level 0 spells. The downside is you'd have to learn more than just bless. Or, not bless, stabilized is what you...
Well, all I've got is Stabilize and Righteous Mind. Oh yeah, I got to beat up Jones while...
Oh, right.
I got to willingly beat up Jones while I was using Righteous Mind, by the way. He was willing. Some
Tesla mage armor.
just a test.
That's the
Mage armor is an arcane spell, not a divine spell.
I know, but don't forget. Different.
Oh,
Mine
and
is literally freaking electricity.
They would be a proper cleric or paladin. They would be able to learn Shield of Faith, but not mage armor because they're separate classes of magic.
Oh, and there's an extra wrench in there. There is an extra wrench in that work, mind. I had technically casted mage armor afore. Because
you have been delving into arcane.
Not not as soon as I had expected to, mind you, because I already told her I was helping Jones out with some, dealing with shadows type of thing, cooperation of shadows. High ups have missed her head, and Commander Captain Cap, that kind of like bastard types, weak to light, fire, whatnot. Basically, just I don't know, trying to steal folks' shadows or something along those lines. Become them. One ability they did swapped souls between bodies. So this might sound alarming. I became Flower for a bit, and she became me. More or less, our souls swapped into each other's bodies. And also, same happened with a mate of mine, a mercenary mate of mine by the name of Penguin, and Happy. Which means those fucking shadows are powerful enough to swap a sin into a human-grade body.
Concerning. I'm very glad that Flower's soul did get ripped in half by that.
No, she's got different problems with that.
Remember, I technically still have the contract for her soul. Anytime someone forces that out of her, there's a chance it can trigger the condition that pulls it to me. I don't want her to be hurt by that.
Either it was a lucky roll, or it was the fact that she was still close enough to her body that it didn't figure that.
Because she wasn't dead.
Yeah, she wasn't dead.
I
thought she was for a split second. Seeing me own body in the snow, bruised and bloodied like that, scared the fucking piss out of me. But
I don't really want to deal with that situation, but it probably will come up eventually.
Back on it. We naturally, since we were already deployed by the time it happened, we had to very quickly teach each other what the fuck we could do. What the fuck the body could do. At least combined with our minds. So, to an extent, I learned how to cast mage armour. As well as being able to shoot flames out of my fingertips and, ice, do a ground slam with that kind of thing.
I'm not even sure how I begin to explain how I work to someone. Although my power is from knowledge, which doesn't translate easily. And you have to understand how to convert the power of the soul into magical might, which is a thing I kind of know how to do.
She already did still have a plushie of Happy on her body, so that's probably how I was still able to cast magic normally, because I was channeling it through that. So I figured the body still held significant importance to. Because I definitely noted unconsciously I was squeezing it when I was wanting the flames I was shooting to go further. And also
Flower is a very unique case of magic, because that girl technically has an affinity for all magic, so she can kind of learn whatever the fuck she wants to.
I guess it's me drifting with the detect magic as well.
You do have that, so you...
Aye. She taught me that very well, actually. If you do wish
to, you have technically the tools at your hand to become a theurgist. Theurgist
suppose that could be the case.
Unique. Because a theurgist, you have to study a lot of arcane spells and holy spells. Biggest benefit of being a theurgist is you eventually figure out that there is some crossover. That there is a way to convert miracles into spell formula, and spell formula into miracles. But it's not efficient. If you force a spell into a slot that it's not meant to be, it's more expensive. It costs more power to do so.
I think I realized that when I was trying to cast magic as Flower, as she was stuck in my body, and apparently she doesn't know how to fucking put her hands up for shite. Despite the fact that she could conjure a fucking shield, which she needs to... personally, I did also really tell her she needs to work posture.
When I tried to teach her, I taught her evasion was I taught her evasion was a better tactic for her than blocking, And I also taught her to fight like Truffles, which is second line fighter. Strike when the enemy's back is turned rather than front line. Because she wasn't suited for frontlining, my opinion. She was better to be evasive and strike at weak targets than to try to tank.
No worries.
When I tried to teach her, that's what I did.
I can at least send you probably the eye data that probably, will probably have Flower speaking in my voice, mind you, but still. I could probably see about trying to send data. However, probably to Runa somehow if you can get me in contact. But
she can get you in contact with. I don't have as much ties to Runa.
But I do know that the Shadows had fought her before because the Shadows had created a duplicate of her. And one thing I also noticed, the Shadows were not expecting me to be all punchy brawly. So, evidently whatever the fucking commander types were doing, swapping souls, they definitely weren't telling the lower rungs.
I see.
But to be fair, that was also the first time I think they actually saw adventures. me. So several of the Shadows definitely got to meet a fiery fist from me.
I'll talk to Flair about this project I'm doing. He might give your rings some extra spice, just because they're weird like. I'll let you know.
I mean, alternatively, I could just go to Priest and have his holy sword try and I just wanted them enchanted or blessed. Simple enough. They're just engagement rings.
It's technically both. I'm turning them into magic items that give you continuous blessed weapon.
I suppose. I imagine...
These will be very valuable rings. Don't lose them.
Listen, I understand that. Maybe it'd be wiser for a different set in that case. Because I don't want to have a habit of having to take one of my rings off so I don't accidentally impart fire and, shite onto someone I'm trying to hit with a wrench.
No, it's not like that. Blessed weapon just makes it to where evil creatures in the ethereal can be harmed by you, and more so even. This is not something that will cause you to shoot holy flames. This is more like if you strike
the weapon
at
with an element.
evil creatures, you will more likely strike true. So,
right, okay.
How do I describe this in the way that makes sense? If you go for the eyes, you'll blow their fucking eyes out.
I mean, look at these fucking knuckles. Look at the knuckles on these fucking arms, for God's sake. They're the only sharp bit on the fist.
But the whole point is it will make evil creatures take more damage from you. Just because it already overcomes their damage reduction, which is from their natural race abilities, on top of the fact that if you ever hit them hard, it hits extra hard.
And
is a lack of a better way.
You've already spotted how I punch, with or without righteous might.
Mm-hmm.
And you've spotted how much of a
won't be a problem. You
again,
keep the ring on at all times. It doesn't matter if you're wielding a wrench and it has the ability to harm the undead. It's not gonna hurt them by touching them. It means that if you strike them,
with intent to harm type. All right.
Yes.
Let me put this.
Or even if you do it without the intent to harm.
Actually.
It's kind of interesting because I'm using myself as an example. If you had that wrench before I took this holy blessing to circumvent that, if you just casually bumped me with it by accident, it would hurt a lot more than anything would hurt me normally, because it'd be like I'm a human again, if that makes sense to you. Normally, you could shoot me with a 9mm pistol and it'll bounce off me. You have to understand, I'm actually a little more durable than you think I am.
That's why
that would remove that durability.
That's also a factor of why I want mage armor. I want to at least still see me own proper arm, because that keeps me aware and making me think, yeah, I could still be hurt. But with mage armor, I can at least still be protected. So
mage armor adds force protection
I think I'm about to be hurt, but I'm not. So I've got the factor of, okay, I made a fucking mistake. And learn from it, rather than, oh, someone tried to shoot me and hit me? Joke's on fucking them, I'm fucking invincible and shit.
If you really wanted, what I have is better. See, This
Don't
is
say it
called
with a little
angelic
growl in your
aspect.
voice.
It's not just armor. It makes my body itself resistant to damage in a way that's different from armor. Armor can eventually be overcome, and then when it's overcome, you get hit and you get hurt. What I have is a bit different. It makes the body itself resistant. So rather than having a shield that blocks, that when it fails to block, you get hurt, you yourself are more durable. Your body is more durable. It makes that stronger.
Tell you what, I'll need to plot aside an extra time to actually see about a proper lesson. When I was simply coming here to show off the rings to mags and perhaps get them enchanted.
It is, as I said, if you give me these rings, I can get them with Bless, which is a very good spell. And I'll even ask Flair if they're willing to look at them, or one of their friends, because Magius has made a lot of weird friends in the tower. They might even put a little extra spice on it.
I also made enemies with somebody.
Again?
Well, not really enemies, I just pissed somebody off. Let's just say I flipped off the sky and I said, "Oh yeah, really, bitch," and came down and said, "Fuck 'em." So,
What, did you get an Aurora to slap you across the face?
Let's just say the owner of the land, besides Flair, but let's just say I flipped off the air because I really wanted to continue with bashing my head against mini bosses.
Does this have to do with the fourth wall shit that you keep talking about? Whatever.
Anyway,
What?
not here. Deal, please.
Okay.
Anyways.
Whatever. She flipped off God and God said fuck you. Anyway.
I mean, there's a reason why people
Let's
do
just say
sun
God
worship.
got payback by literally taking away everybody.
Oh,
Everything
yeah.
and everyone was gone from that place. So I basically went out, fucking God! Yeah, he basically forced me to stop bashing my head against mini bosses for the night, and I got pissed.
You really need to stop going to that place that pick fights without me.
Also,
You know what?
bad news.
The less I
The
know.
last two mini boss fights were holy, and the main boss had a lot of holy.
Well, at least you didn't get turned into a pancake.
Oh no, worse. No, actually I did. I did get pancaked.
I was about to say, please don't tell me you got crunched like a grape.
I also was blasted with a giant laser.
Holy hell.
Obviously, to clarify, this place we go to has... This is going to sound real after the conversation we just had, but has game mechanics. If you die, you don't die for real.
It has a respawn
it's
system.
safe.
Oh, is this that fucking
Kinda
tower
like
you tried inviting me to? While I was still on a fucking hospice bed.
Armsy to that?
Yes. Well, I didn't invite you. You were interested and you wanted to come along and see it. I just said you want to see it, and you're just like, yeah.
I mean, I would have been interested if I wasn't in a fucking hospice bed at the time after having just gotten killed, having just basically taken care of a void god. Not priest. That Necros business. I don't think I narrowed to you about. About that. Flower has soul corruption.
Well, she dates Happy. I was expecting that.
Well, not demonic corruption, mind. Void corruption. I know, because a bit of it transferred onto me when Jones had to swap us back manually. And, well, Max accidentally got yelled at. Because words coming out of me dream mouth were not matching the dream mind. So sorry about that.
Yeah, he basically just said some weird things. Like, we were just having a conversation, and next thing you know, all I heard from his mouth was, I wonder how fast you'll bleed out.
You're very bloodlusty, I noticed. I know when I was asking about the factor of trying to wish I gave someone to Flower earlier, or at least talk to her about something first, my mind was saying that. The mouth said I should have snapped her neck. And that was what prompted me to go to fucking Jones and get him to fix it. Which he did. And we had a nice chat about various other things. I ended up mentioning Mags, and then he mentioned the Dream Buddies. Apparently one of his Dream Buddies visited Jones in his sleep. I think the Hope fellow you were on about.
He was a recent addition to our group. Hasn't participated a lot, but they're trying to get acquainted with me, Mags, and they seem pretty friendly.
Well, fair enough. That's good.
A lot. Also, Thursday, if I'm able to, Azure, I'm pointing at you. Would you like to join me? Yes.
Oh, you wish to go to Azure?
And get out of the house.
So it wasn't Flair asking for our attention today.
True.
Well, wasn't what you were saying earlier implied that was asking for help earlier type?
Flair gets bored, so sometimes she
I'm a bit confused now. I don't know.
I don't even know. There's already a lot.
Well,
I still always enjoy bringing up the fact that at least.
Busy by now.
Oh, yeah. Sorry for keeping you in that case.
Oh shit, the timetable. Yeah, you're right. We held off a bit long.
Sorry for keeping you in that case, you two.
No, you're fine. Plus, I wasn't gonna make it anyways because let's just say, fourth dimensionally working on the race car, it did take 4 hours. Anyways.
Fourth dimensionally, I had to pick up my kid and do grocery shopping. I was just busy.
You could just say you were doing scribing. Anyway. I don't know. Fourth dimension is a right twat, and I don't care about any walls or what have you. Walls or what have you. I'm content in the third dimension, not any fourth dimensional bollocks. Because frankly, I already have enough near-death experiences with the third dimension. I don't want to think what could await me if I delve into fourth.
Well, anyways.
But I guess keep that little philosophy I tried to spout about, I don't know, which came first in your head, I suppose, in case you ever get worried. Because that's a good, you probably came first. In your universe, you're real. In other universes, someone may have made a game accidentally based on you, either through sheer dumb luck or perhaps they're travelers themselves. Because some people have a habit of basically saying that it's easier to say that either I know you from a documentary or someone making a game loosely based off of you by accident than it is to say to someone, hey, you're from a game. Because that just sounds disrespectful, you know?
I mean, I've literally seen Miss Magius's and Mischievous's all over the place, so...
I mean, true, I've seen, I believe she called it a Stuffle, a Goomy, Joltik, I believe they called it. Little yellow spider.
I like a Joltik, yeah.
Yeah, wee little thing.
Nice.
I mean, I've already got an upcoming kid. I don't need to worry about, like, taking care of Pokemon. I already got a Bang Boo at home anyway.
If you were to take care of a Pokemon, don't worry, you would also have me who can literally talk Pokemon. Because... Miss Magius.
You could be calling me all manner of names right now, and I'd have no idea.
Miss Magius. Anyways.
And also, Azzy.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm sorry to break it to you, but I'd rather hold on to me rings. Maybe it's just me getting sentimental and whatnot, considering I forged them me sin. And engraved them me sin.
I will not try to tamper with their engravings and stuff. I just need
Maybe it's just a factor of me not wanting to let go of it.
Hey,
If I can,
okay.
then let me make you the rings, and if you wish to, you can figure out how you wish to combine them.
Maybe you can make a blank copy.
Blank copy.
I can actually enchant them, but it would burn the shit out of me. For
Maybe...
you, I
As
would.
I said, what I wish to do is make a proper magic item, which has infinite use. But that's just
Okay.
tricky to do.
Dumbass engineer brain talking into magic. What if you just held her? That way the holy magic briefly throws her, connects to you because you're a higher conduit, and doesn't hurt her as much.
I don't think it would work that smoothly.
Yeah, I don't think it would work that
Yeah, no, I'm thinking
smoothly.
of copper wiring type ways, you know?
But you did give
Actually.
me something to work with. Hold on.
Yeah.
Uh,
You're getting the idea, right?
Before you go off on that thought, I will say I did hear things.
Hmm?
That's all I will say.
I can back out if you want to have a nap. I can back out and go home if you want me to. If you want to have a nap or proper, eh?
Pulls out his spell writing pen.
Tell you what, you two have already given me a lot to think about, both in magic and in love.
Well, actually, I do have an option for her, because I was going to use it for other reasons, too. Tattoo transfers to your own. 5th tier spell. Possession.
I just hear tear spill. Oh, fuck me, right. Fuck me, I forgot I wanted to learn healing hands. Or something along those lines. Because I know I was able to
That's
cast a
actually not
healing
a spell,
aura
that's
as
a
Flora.
unique ability of the paladin. Cure Light
I know I was
wounds,
able to
um,
I know I was able to cast like a healing aura while I was in Flower's body. At least by like doing like this kind of thing and then just, you know.
My favorite spell, personally, because of its efficiency, is Infernal Healing.
Well,
It takes
I
a
don't think I
minute for
could.
it to take its...
I think we've already discussed why I can't exactly use anything infernal. Mainly because A, I need to kind of learn fire manipulation in the first place, and B, I'm more, I guess, light aligned, I suppose. Or with A, living in a desert,
Infernal
and B,
Healing is an
cleric.
evil aligned spell, but it is not inherently fire. It is simply takes the blood of an evil outsider.
I guess it was the good align, I suppose. So I do try and do good for most people I come across.
I guess I could teach you angelic healing. I just had reasons why that was bad for my health at the time.
I guess it was a factor of a way, because I know a thought in me head. If I did learn a like healing magic or something, like it was like hand-based, touch-based or whatnot, then it would be a factor of if I managed to manipulate magic capabilities, I could have it that I could grab someone with the metal arms and basically keep them in a healing voice.
In my world, the cure spells are the most common. They're instantaneous and they require a touch to activate. They will immediately heal someone for a large chunk of health. And then the most powerful version of that is the actual heal spell, a level 7, which will restore pretty much anyone, even in the metaverse, to full health from 0. That's how strong it is, but it's expensive.
But it is expensive, a lot of mana, probably a lot of mats to do it.
Infernal Healing. Infernal Healing takes longer, so that's its cost. It takes longer to heal the target, 60
but it's
seconds,
easier.
But it heals more than a spell of the same level from the Cure school. That's why I've always liked it.
So more, but over more
patience, time. You get more for your bang for your buck in exchange for patience.
Aye. And plus, at least with these rings, well, maybe I won't need to use up half of my bloody reservoir in order to cast Righteous Mind. Because, yeah, no, I forgot if I ever told about that little downside. Because apparently I didn't exactly have a divine focus.
Celestial healing. I could teach you celestial healing. It is literally the same thing as infernal healing. It's just the inverse one. It's a good aligned spell.
Maybe another time. Maybe another time we can have a proper lesson. For now, I've got plenty to think about, and I don't want to keep you two away from, I don't know, locking lips or something. A kid.
That's it.
The other useful thing about these spells is you don't have to hold them the whole time. The moment you poke them once with celestial healing or infernal healing, it will do its job continuously until the duration's done, without you needing to interfere.
Right.
It's very good. The higher level version, greater versus lesser. Lesser is
I know I've got a
cheaper
5th level spell, but let's start. I know a Righteous Mind is a 5th level spell, but she taught that to me for Christmas.
Yes. Regular celestial healing is a 1st tier spell. Very low on the chain. Very efficient.
Let's do a proper lesson another time. You've got enough thinking,
Alright.
and you already gave me the book. And that can be something to figure out. I'm not going to see about trying to make it Magitech. That would incur too much of a risk of accidentally treating myself as accidental conduit with the ground, and we know how that goes. We know how that goes. My heart almost stopped because of electricity one time. I'm going to be as safe as I fucking can about that. There's a reason why the arms picked up a flame weakness, is because they were so ridiculously electrically insulated that the heat sinks couldn't catch up with the insulation.
That's why the spell energy resist would be good for you, but it is 3rd level, so it will take a while for get that
I picked up detect magic surprisingly well alongside Righteous Mind.
Fast.
It's also
fast.
Righteous Mind's impressive because that's a 5th tier spell.
Maybe I could have jumped from 1st to 7th grade in about 3 weeks. Who knows?
Yeah, let's just say every single time I've taught him, his luck has been immaculate with constant highs. Never low for some reason.
You say that, it's bound to hit at some. I suppose I'm hitting physical lows with injuries and shit, and not magical lows when it comes to learning. Spine notwithstanding, by the way, that's a simple procedure. Oh.
My concern is less whether or not you can learn, because miracles, arcane spells are all about intelligence. I'm sure I could teach you those pretty easily.
And I'm a self-taught engine mechanic. I know how to work on ghost cars, for fuck's sake.
Which is why, again, I like celestial healing and infernal healing, because they both stick in both the arcane and divine school, which gives them a little easier to learn if you teach the arcane version.
I am the person at the garage in Zephyra who everyone tends to look to if fucking Ghost Elvis drives in his muscle car saying his head gasket got shot again. Because apparently I've worked on his car about 4 times at this point.
Ghost Elvis, Jesus.
Yeah, no, some kind of mythical creature. Apparently some lass is saying he's a sign of doomsday or some shit. I don't believe it.
What?
No sign of doomsday is weak to peanut butter sandwiches.
He is along the lines of trickster poltergeist, which is something, an Elvis dice, I believe his name is. Basically, it's a spirit that is literally the embodiment of Elvis, and their entire
like a strange question.
I need to show you Ida at some point. At some point, I'll probably get in touch with Runa about sending over some data for you two to look at. And in that case, I guess that could also allow you to see what the fights with Shade look like from my perspective, eh?
Yeah. I will say this. Best way to get in contact with Runa is her girlfriend. So, good luck with
that is
Reese.
Watcher. If I see Reese, I'll let her know.
She patrols the Iron Grip a lot. You'll most likely see her over there.
Okay. I got a quick question. Have either of you seen a flaming tree?
Oh no.
A flaming tree.
Not
I
quite.
had like a memory. It was weird because, well, okay, I'm missing a decent amount of a chunk of my memories because of Wicker's fuckery. But I felt like I remembered something, but the memory was really unclear. I just saw an old acquaintance, a tree burning, and I didn't really understand why I was remembering.
So it was actually a good one this time, that's good.
It was...
Maybe...
Yeah, right, it was that paladin.
You know better about memories and dream meanings than all.
Anything for you, my friend. Maybe you said something to him. You said that times.
Well, even though it was a flaming tree, it probably had to have been from that day.
Is this some of your dream buddies that know better about?
I couldn't hear the words. I just saw them standing there. The world aflame. Almost looked like the sky itself was on fire.
Bloody hell. I mean, no sign or meaning is good if it means the sky burns with it. With its arrival and shine.
Well, it's his memories, so...
What
That's
have
it
you?
felt like, but I don't... I'm honest.
That's something you two can discuss. I need to head back home and plot how I'm going to actually go about this whole thing. Maybe see if it'd be wiser to talk with Priest, actually, about it, get his holy side. Or if I should just wait and see
I really
about...
need to give you Hell Iron one day, but that would require going to my home world. Damn it.
And for obvious reasons. Mind you, me boss at Garage is working on trying to make some theologically neutral sword. Trying to make it half angel and half demonic. For the sake of just
how do I tell
dealing
them
with the
what my
supernatural,
issue
really.
is?
To be fair,
there is
he's
a
also
thing
the
called
fucking twat
it's
that
called
tries
neutral.
to... Yeah, no, I'm saying it's theologically neutral. I'm imagining he's probably making it one side has like holy energy, other side has demonic energy, probably separated in the middle by a thin neutral to ensure it's not,
So,
dark matter and regular matter
angelic
overlapping and causing a
aspect
thing.
imbues me with holy. My natural race traits as a devil imbues me with unholy. So you can imagine
you're
that
kind
there
of
was
both.
a conflict. It's became neutral. So neutrality is normally the place of the archons. In my world, archons are the neutral.
I mean,
ones.
I don't even know. I should probably... Actually, I should go now with Priest anyway, considering that the boss actually kind of wanted, apparently, according to him, and I quote, a jar of hellfire to help work the forge for this, and something about kitsune-based flames. Something called, like, I don't know, something kitsune flame plus or some nonsensical shite. Or is he also jokingly calls... Or is it jokingly calls it the Sun Wukong weed fart?
Nothing, I didn't do something to Cosmo anyway.
Don't mention Runa's teacher because I don't know what he's up to nowadays.
I mean, I wouldn't even know anyway. I wasn't even aware that Runa even had one, so...
You just said his name.
Kitsune?
No.
Sun Wukong. Fuck off.
Yeah,
Fucking
he's...
small metaverse. Probably different to the one Taranto is talking about, to be honest.
Probably.
I mean, there's bound to be several I mean, for fuck's sake, there are several Joneses. I already narrated with you about the fact that he's trying to get an aspect of himself back and is going to use you and Hope to do it. Not use, more just
for that,
contract
literally
assistance, I suppose.
Give me the scheduling and stuff. Plus, I don't know if I'm going to be doing combat. I might have Shay do that, and I might come out.
Like,
I might just be protection.
When Jones said he'll tell me when he's ready to go on that. Probably so that that fucking Hope fellow could probably steal into my dreams and then just tell you either way. Although, considering the nature of apparently his north side being a bit more violent, odds are good you might have to fight.
Yeah, let's just say I'm kind of waiting on somebody named Tony for that.
It'll probably be a ways out. We're probably still having to deal with this Shadow Corp and Flowers Void corruption before we get on that.
Good.
Especially considering the Shadow Corp are after Jones for their own nefarious fuck-arse needs. But
thanks for the time, by the way.
I forgot how you get out of the dream realm. It's been a bit.
You just go to where you entered, and usually you can exit.
Like right here, and if I think about going back to me bed, then odds are good I'll go back to me bed. Yeah. I'm assuming that's how that goes.
Admittedly, I don't know.
I can't sleep. He's here right now, so...
I mean, yeah, alternatively I could just use the PDA and do metaversal coordination.
I thought you were asleep.
No, what do you think?
No, he's actually here right now.
Yeah, no, I was here.
He came here with the rings.
Yeah, I came here with the rings. That's not... rings can't exactly dream.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm afraid you can't just door it. You do have to just take your portal back, yeah. If you came here physically,
let me get the metaversal... Let me get metaversal coordinates. I'll delete this place from my history, don't worry. Home...
Thank you.
Save coord to 2. Here, grab the here coords for... From... Right.
Oh yeah, I don't know who told me this, but a scientist once told me, never enter coordinates that don't have a destination point.
Yeah, no, I got lucky last time I tried that. Ended up in a forest that ended up taking me to some snowy world where the antigrav no longer functioned. Probably a world of lower tech.
Oh, good, you didn't wind up in the void.
Thankfully. To be fair, even if I did land in the void at this point, Priest would pull me out. Or Jones.
If you don't cease to exist in the place where nothing's supposed... Anyway,
on me.
About that place.
I mean, I guess by technicality I've ceased to exist afar. For about half a second, but... Again, the Necros nonsense. Reason why Jones still has to get pieces of himself back, more or less. It's a right fuckery. But I'll talk to you a lot later. And it'll be nice to have you two as teachers, I suppose. I've never actually been in education, I'll admit. I've mostly been self-taught.
Nice to teach again. It's been a long